What if the spotlight you chase turns out to be a fire that burns away everything you are, just like Icarus flying too high in the old Greek story, or a young dreamer stepping onto a Hollywood stage in the 1950s only to find the price is their own soul? That exact fear, that exact hope, fills every second of Oshi no Ko Season 3 Episode 5, Casting, which dropped on February 11, 2026, and is streaming right now on Crunchyroll. Picture yourself standing in a quiet restaurant at night, the smell of warm ramen in the air, laughter from old friends nearby, but your heart is pounding because one wrong word could change your whole life. That is exactly how the episode pulls you in. It does not hand you the full story on a silver plate. Instead, it lights a match in the dark and whispers, "Watch what happens next, if you dare." By the time the credits roll, you are left gripping your screen, needing to know if the characters you love will survive the choices they just made. Picking up straight from Episode 4's heavy revelations and quiet heartbreaks, Episode 5 splits its time between two people who love the same boy in very different ways. Akane faces a terrifying truth about Aqua's past and makes a silent promise to protect him no matter the cost. At the same time, Kana, feeling invisible inside the rising success of Bikomachi and Ruby's bright light, decides she cannot stay an idol forever. She wants to act again, really act, and she takes a risky step to make it happen. One late-night meeting with a rising director changes everything. No huge explosions, no sudden deaths, just raw, human choices that feel so real you forget you are watching anime. The episode ends on a single frozen image that hits like a punch to the chest, leaving you whispering, "Oh no, what now?" It is tight, purposeful, and makes you lean forward, hungry for the answers only the next episode can give. The story moves like a slow-burning fuse. From the very first scene, we see how last week's discoveries are already changing lives. Akane does not sit still. She chooses action over words, and that choice pushes the revenge mystery forward in a smart, quiet way. Kana's part feels separate at first, like two different movies playing at once, but by the end you realize they are connected by the same theme. How far will you go for the person or dream you love? The pacing is perfect, calm moments of talk, then sudden tension that makes your stomach tight. The cliffhanger is not loud. It is a single photo taken in the morning light, but it carries the weight of an earthquake. Fans on Reddit and X have been calling it brutal but brilliant, and they are right. For any cloudy parts, and there are a few, the manga clears them beautifully. Hikaru Kamiki was only 11 when an older actress took advantage of him, and 15 when he met AI. The manga shows the full cycle of pain, a child victim who grew into someone who hurt others. That is why Akane is so scared. She knows the law might never touch him properly, and Aqua's broken heart would make him cross a line he can never come back from. The anime trusts you to feel this weight without spelling every word, but the source material gives the deeper why that makes Akane's choice feel like true love, not hiding. Kana steals the episode. Megumi Han's performance shows every crack in her cheerful mask. The girl who once shone on stage now feels like a shadow next to Ruby, and her pain is so honest it hurts to watch. Her choices are messy, desperate, and completely human. You understand why she walks into that studio even when every alarm bell rings. It is not weakness. It is the same fire that made her a child star in the first place. Akane grows too, but quietly. Her love for Aqua is no longer just romance. It is fierce protection, like a mother lion in nature documentaries or a loyal samurai in old Japanese tales. Aqua himself only appears in one phone call, but his broken voice stays with you. These three characters feel more alive than ever. The episode asks big questions without sounding like a lecture. What is success worth? How much of yourself are you willing to trade? It shows the dark side of the entertainment world, the casting couch that real actors have whispered about for decades, but also the beautiful stubborn hope that keeps people trying anyway. Power, morality, sacrifice, they all collide in one ordinary night that feels anything but ordinary. You will finish the episode thinking about your own dreams and the lines you would or would not cross. The script is sharp and real. Kana's long, tipsy rant about Aqua while drinking Coke like whiskey is pure gold, funny, heartbreaking, and something you could hear a friend say at 3 a.m. after a bad day. Lines land heavy and stay in your head long after the screen goes black. Art director Tetsuya Usami and the team at Doga Kobo paint emotions with light and shadow like Renaissance masters. The studio at night is dim and close, making you feel trapped with Kana. Morning light on her face later feels like false hope. Every expression is so detailed you can see the exact second her courage starts to shake. Director Daisuke Hiramaki uses tight close-ups and long, quiet shots that make the tension feel personal. You are not watching Kana. You are sitting in that room with her, heart beating in your ears. Takuro Igea's music is a quiet character itself. Soft piano under the serious talk, then sudden silence when things get dangerous. The silence speaks louder than any scream. Megumi Han as Kana Arima gives the performance of the season's season so far. Her voice cracks, rises, laughs through tears. You feel every emotion in your own chest. Monica Iwami as Akane Kirikawa is warm and steady, like a safe harbor in a storm. Takeo Otsuka as Aqua sounds truly broken in that one phone call, and it stays with you. This episode left a mark. I felt protective of Kana like she was my little sister. I felt proud of Akane like she was my best friend making the hard choice. The phone call between Akane and Aqua felt like watching two people hold each other across a battlefield, beautiful and painful at the same time. The real scar comes at the very end. That single photo is a collision of destinies, a breaking point that changes everything. It makes you ask the same questions the characters are asking. Can love really protect someone from their own darkness? In a world that eats dreams for breakfast, like so many real-life stars we have lost, who actually gets to stay whole? Some might say Kana's decisions feel a little too fast, or the director's situation walks close to cliché. But those flaws are actually the point. Desperation makes smart people do foolish things, just like in real life when we ignore warning signs because we want something too badly. The episode knows exactly what it is doing. Casting is one of the strongest episodes of the entire series so far. Its greatest strength is how it makes the dark side of fame feel intimate and human instead of just shocking. The beautiful animation, perfect voice acting, and raw emotions far outweigh any small pacing notes. It absolutely succeeds in what it set out to do: show us the cost of chasing light in a world full of shadows. And now, that photo exists. Kana's one honest, messy night is about to meet the cruel morning light of the internet. Will her dreams survive? Will Aqua's peace? Will Akane's protection be enough? You already know the answer is not in this review. It is waiting for you on Crunchyroll. Turn it on, because after this episode, not watching is no longer an option. The story is calling, and your heart is already walking toward the screen.